What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Guys, it is Sunday. That means it's fast approaching that time where markets open up. And you guys already know, every Sunday what I like to do is give you guys that information that's going to enable you to hit the ground running when the markets do open up on Monday, so that you guys don't have a cold start. Gives you guys a little bit of an insight into what I'm looking to do next week to take advantage of the opportunities that no doubt will be presented to us. Guys, there is only four and a half weeks left of the year. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you are maximizing all the opportunities that are available to you. And as I say, December always brings spectacular opportunities in the market. If you aren't already taking full advantage of them, I highly suggest you do. Okay, December is a time to do amazing things in the market. Now, if you guys want a quick insight into what myself, the members over the Patreon have been doing this last week, you can check out on the screen a couple of the guys. Michael McCoy, 152% on his Amazon play this week. We all enjoyed that one. My man Ali made 209% on that Amazon play, and a couple of more. All right, so as I say to you guys, you don't have to settle for 10% returns in the market. You have the ability to make these types of returns regardless of what country you're in, regardless of what your education level is, your current circumstance. This is all available to you. The only thing is, this information isn't widespread. That's why I say you guys are part of a very special group that have access to this information, and I want to ensure that you guys, as I say, hit the ground running next week. There's going to be a lot of opportunities over the next couple of weeks, and none of you guys are going to be missing out, especially if you are watching my content. So how it works, guys, is I have a watch list, and on my watch list, it's like a revolving door. You have some names getting relegated, and then some names getting promoted every single week. That ensures that what I'm doing is I'm looking at the highest quality names that are out there that present the best opportunities, that are going to give me the best returns, going to give me that upside potential, just because of this revolving door mechanism we've got going on. So what I'm going to do is show you guys two names that will be getting relegated next week from my watch list, and then give you guys a couple of names that will be getting promoted. And these are the names, some of the names that I'm going to be looking at to take advantage of, and I highly suggest you guys follow suit as well. Okay, so first on that list in terms of getting relegated from the watch list next week is Palantir. All right, now this is one that has humongous levels of popularity. This is a name you'll hear a lot about. It's probably within the top 3 most famous stocks in the market right now. So it wouldn't surprise me if every single one of you guys watching this video had heard about them, and every single one of you guys had heard positive things about them. However, when I was last speaking to you about this particular name, they were about $40, and I was guiding you guys, giving you that intel to essentially enable you to take this one higher and enjoy this upside. But now we've reached what we call an exhaustion phase. Okay, now it's entered into a less opportune time to take advantage of this name, right? They will remain on the watch list for years. They'll remain one that is on this revolving door, revolving cycle where you take advantage of them when the time is right. But this one is getting relegated next week. Okay, this exhaustion phase means that the opportunity has dropped. Okay, so that risk reward has flipped on its head, and this is one that will be getting relegated because there are other names that present better upside opportunities. Now, while I'm on the topic of upside opportunities, guys, if you want to maximize how much you're making in the market, you should be looking at the options market. Okay, as I say over here, we do not restrict ourselves to just a 10% return when we can be making 100%, 200%, 250% returns utilizing the options market. You do not want to be selling yourself short. The market has big big potential, and you just want to be in the lanes that pay the most, and the option market pays the most. So I said we don't settle for 10%. So Palace is getting relegated. The risk reward has flipped on its head. This is one that I'm not looking at next week. All right, another name that is getting relegated for next week is Bitcoin, guys. All right, that's not Bitcoin. You're gonna bear with me. I don't normally use this platform. Let's put on. All right, I can't find a ticker symbol for Bitcoin on here, so I'm just gonna go back to grayscale. Gives a good enough. Try this one. Grayscale gives a good enough representation of Bitcoin, even though it's an ETF. But regardless, Bitcoin is getting relegated in the coming week. Now, you guys already know. I was ensuring that all of you had relevant positions within Bitcoin, whether that's holding the underlying asset or utilizing stocks that are beneficiaries of rises in Bitcoin, like Mara. When Bitcoin was in the 60s, now Bitcoin is now in the 90s, again showing that sign of exhaustion, where the likelihood of a reversal or choppiness has increased. So this is one that's getting relegated as we go into next week. But there are names that are now being promoted which present better opportunities, all things considered. Fundamentals, technicals, taking all of that into consideration, present a better opportunity to take advantage of these names. And the first name I've got for you is Tesla. So the Tesla's a name that is now getting promoted higher up the watch list. This is one now that I will be looking at with more, I'll just be looking at this name with keen eyes, because what Tesla's done is it's formed a nice channel around this 320, 345, 350 range, and there is upside in this name to that 380 mark. Okay, so if you guys know anything about the options market, if Tesla is to break through its current resistance level, so understand that Tesla is operating at a level of resistance right now around that 350. If we are to pass that, if it is to overcome that initial barrier in its way, this will go all the way up to 380. That is incredible upside. All right, that's a whole 10% on the stock. That's a whole 200, 300% returns in the options market. Okay, so Tesla is being promoted, tons of upside in this name. There is some intermediary levels of resistance, but once it's able to pass that, you have tons and tons of upside. So the risk to reward balance has now flipped on this one, and this is a very, very a name of high caliber that if you're not looking at this name in the run up to the end of the year, I highly recommend you do. The other name is Uber. Okay, now this is a name you won't hear much about, but this is the thing. This is what I want for you guys. I want you guys to be looking at these names that present massive upside, big opportunity that the rest of the market might be sleeping on. All right, that is one of the benefits of this content. That is one of the benefits of these videos, to ensure that you guys are able to not miss out on certain opportunities just because they're not highly publicized or talked about a lot. Okay, that's why I like producing this content for you guys, because it allows you to remain on top of your game. Now again, Uber, just like Tesla and just like a lot of the market, is hitting levels of resistance going into next week. Understand that. If we're hitting levels of resistance, it means that we have a small barrier to get past before you get some explosive moves higher. Okay, so just like Tesla, once we get past this intermediary level of resistance, you've got so much upside all the way into the 80s, right? That's a whole 10% on this as well. As a matter of fact, Tesla and Uber both have upside of 10% in the run up to the end of the year. Take that over to the options market and you're able to explode your returns. Okay, that is why we have the members over the Patreon capitalizing, making these 100%, 150, 200% returns every single week, guys. If you're not already over there, highly suggest you hop in there. All right, we got tons of content going, tons of opportunities. As a matter of fact, all the members over the Patreon, do look out for the trade opportunities, okay, the entries that will be going out Monday morning, right, ahead of markets open. So you guys locked and loaded, ready to go. I know you guys did exceptionally well, whether it was on Amazon, whether it was on TQQQ, whether it was on Mara, whether it was on TSLL from last week. We're locked and ready to go for next week. All right, guys, you already know we came into this week with unbelievable energy. And what we're looking to do is repeat that and even surpass that going into next week. All right, so guys, that's the video for today. Drop me down some comments below. All right, make sure you drop me down some comments below. I'll catch you guys next time.